your world is in your hands. You can achieve anything.
Meet Paige Ranger. She didn't start with a fancy clinic, a big team, or a pile of money. She started with vision and a ton of self-belief.
That's the biggest advice, is to never stop learning.
While most people hit pause during lockdown, Paige went all in. She studied, she invested, and she built a business when nobody else was watching.
If you put the time in to what you love, you can achieve anything.
Now, she's fully booked for months in advance and growing every single day. But this episode isn't just about business growth. It's about mindset, confidence, and what happens when you stop doubting yourself and you start believing in yourself.
Whatever you manifest is what you will get. If you believe that you got bad luck all the time, you will get bad luck all the time.
We talk about client retention, why knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. You can take over the world with knowledge.
And why you've got to be in this for the long game if you want to achieve true success. Paige's story is your reminder. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start and keep on going.
What are some things that you do to keep clients returning to you?
Something that I believe in with my clients is...
Paige, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, babe. I'm very excited to be here.
I am very grateful that you've come, because you have come from literally the other end of the fucking world.
I
well,
know.
not the other end of the world, but like a 4-hour journey
Yes.
for you to be here. So I really appreciate your time. And I know that the people listening to this will appreciate the fact that you've come on the podcast as well.
I'm very grateful to be here. And it was a nice scenic route up.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And you stayed in the
it.
bougiest fucking hotel last night.
I know, I am a
I
bit
should have joined you
bougie.
for the night.
Well, you could have done.
I
It
should
would
have done.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone wants a bougie hotel, midpoint, the Tawny Hotel.
The Tawny Hotel.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go. Looks
They
amazing.
are just so accommodating.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, beautiful hotel. Yeah, really nice.
I love that. Well, I'm really excited to hear about you today and your journey. And you are in the world of aesthetics, but your journey will be relatable to anybody in the beauty, hair or aesthetics industry, because aesthetics is technically in the beauty industry, and
Yeah.
any principles that you learn in business you can transfer over. So let's start with your journey and how you got into the beauty industry. Did you go straight into aesthetics, or did you kind of start in beauty and then work your way into aesthetics?
So I actually am a hairdresser.
No fucking way.
Yeah, so I started as a hairdresser, done my level 2, level 3, and I just chose something that I was naturally good at. So I was naturally good at hair. I used to like doing my friends' hair and just, yeah, I just enjoyed it. So I thought I'm going to do a career which, if I don't get a job, I'll just be able to do self-employed for myself. Because I actually wanted to be a police officer. Wow. Very different. But at the time when I was going into like finishing school and then going into further education, everyone was losing their jobs. So I was like, I need some security for myself. My father's always been self-employed, so to work for someone else wasn't really something that I wanted to do either. Even though I was very interested in that type of career, I didn't really want to work for someone else. So I just went with a passion that I loved. And then I done hair, mobile, going to people's houses. And then I had a daughter unexpectedly. She was not planned. I was very young. I was only about 20. And she's 7 now. And I just thought, let's just start doing a little salon from home because it will work around childcare. So that's where it all stemmed from. And then my dad was going to have Botox, and he was like, oh, it's so expensive to have anti-wrinkle. And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to have to look into this. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to go and try and see what I can see. And it just went into lockdown. So I was like, okay, I'm going to see what I can find. And I actually had a teacher come to me to my little home salon and teach me from home. And I think it was just before everything went into lockdown. So I literally learned everything, and then I got locked down. And I was like, oh no. So now I've got this career that should be starting, and then I was just locked down for a year. So it's just sat there on the side. And then I just studied for a whole year online, learning different things, different tips and tricks, following different aesthetics practitioners, seeing what I could see on social media, and just learning from them before I went out on my own 2 feet. And then it just stemmed from one client a day, basically. One client a day I used to do. And then it went from that to now I'm fully booked months in advance, and it's absolutely wild. I need to duplicate myself 5 times over.
I love
but
this.
yeah,
Though,
it's been such a journey.
Yeah, and I think I've spoke with so many people that go from different careers into aesthetics.
Yeah.
I've not yet met anybody who's gone from doing hair into aesthetics. And I bet there's people out there that are doing hair that are interested in aesthetics, but they might think to themselves, well, can I really do it if I've done hair? Can I really go into aesthetics? Well, you're living proof that you can't you can't just go into aesthetics. You can absolutely annihilate it because your online presence is so strong, and we're definitely going to get into that. Your confidence is there. Above anything, your skill and your technique is absolutely unbelievable. And that's what's made you, in my opinion, the great practitioner and trainer that you've become to be. Yeah. And it does not surprise me in any way, shape or form that you take your training and your knowledge very seriously, because what a lot of people might have done in lockdown when they first qualified in something new would have gone, oh, fucking hell, I can't do this now. Yeah. Lockdown's happened. I can't practice. I can't do it on anybody. What's the point? I trained at the wrong time. Yeah. Yada, 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 because people do that. Whereas you went, actually, I'm going to use this year or whatever it was as an opportunity to study. So tell me more about that period and how much time you would dedicate to your studies and what you was learning and how that impacted you when you came back from that break.
So I literally built up a hype about what was coming. So I took the opportunity to build up a massive hype about something that was going to be coming once we finally got out of lockdown. I just really buckled down and learned everything I possibly could, like to the anatomy, to the physiology, to everything. I'd done so many online courses about anatomy and physiology and all the stuff, the nitty-gritty that people don't really bother doing, but it's actually crucial to become a safe practitioner. And I just love learning. So I always believe that every single day you learn something new. Even within my training, in my clinic, I still learn something new. And even that can be from someone that's only been as a sex practitioner for 5 months, because they have different views. They see different things to what you see. And I'm very adaptable to them sort of things. So I just love learning. Like, that's just one thing about me. I never stop learning. And every day is a new learning day in my life.
I love that. Do you feel like putting all that effort into these courses throughout lockdown helped you come back with confidence? Because you hadn't built any confidence at this point, really. You qualified and then couldn't pursue. So do you feel like you came into it confident?
I just really believe in myself, and I believe a lot of practitioners put a massive barrier in front of themselves and they are holding themselves back. Like, your world is in your hands. You can achieve anything that you possibly want to achieve. It depends how you look at things. I have a lot of bad luck, my assistant would say. A lot of things do go wrong, but I always put a twist on it, and I always think of, I do so much, so there's so many things that could go wrong. And the reason why so many things go wrong is because I do so much and I take so many risks. I'm such a massive risk taker that there's going to be potentials for falls. There's going to be days that you feel upset, but I never let any of that come out. I never show any of that. I'm just very
resilient.
Yeah, and I'm always here for the good times, and the negatives just stay out of my brain. Like, yeah, it's happened, but let's move on. Let's go on to the next thing. Like, you can't dwell. If I dwelled on everything, I would be a mess. Yeah. Because there's so many different things that people wouldn't be able to cope with that I just literally put in the back of my brain and just move forward. Like, you've just got to keep moving forward. There's nothing in life that's stopping you, so just keep going. That's my best advice in life.
I really love that, and I love your perception, and I love your optimistic attitude. And there's no surprise to me that you're at the level of success that you're at, because the people who achieve the level of success where you are have things in common: optimism, a positive mindset. But I do want to delve into it a little bit, because some people might be listening to this and thinking, well, that's easy for you to say, but Have you always had an optimistic mindset, and have you always believed in yourself from a young age, or is this something that you've developed? And if it's something you've developed, how have you developed it?
I am very strong-willed, and I've always said since I was about 6 years old, and my parents have always said, like, you're going to be famous one day, we just know it. And I suppose it's from them always believing in me that I believe in myself. So like something that I'm really strong with my daughter is that I always tell her like she's the most beautiful girl in the world, like you can do anything if you want to do anything, just do everything that you love. So I do believe if you got positive people around you, you are going to be positive as well. And I do believe, I just don't know, I'm just very strong. I've got strong beliefs and I just believe that I can do anything that I put my mind to. And people that doubt themselves, I think you've got to look at how far you've come. So like, I suppose there would have been a time where I thought, oh, I can't do this. But I just, I don't know. I just believe in myself and I don't know how to make someone believe in themselves, but that's something that I try to do in my training. And I always say like the only person that's holding yourself back is you. So you need to sit back, look at what you want to achieve and why you are wanting to achieve these things. Like, where do you want to be in 10 years' time? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Yeah. And just keep pushing. Like, what is the worst that's going to happen? I've taken on such big responsibilities within my life, and they are good risks. Some of them have been bad decisions, but if I never made the decisions, I would never know. And everything is always changing. So you've just got to move with the times. That's what I believe. And I just think everything is put in your pathway for a reason. So follow it. That's what I would say. Like, you reached out to me and I followed it. Yeah, you're 4.5 hours away, but what if I didn't do this? Some people wouldn't dream of coming on here and doing this. And I thought, what have I got to lose? You've just got to keep going for whatever opportunity comes your way. And I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's what I love to do.
I fucking love that.
I just love it.
That. And I think for the people listening to this, okay, because I don't always like to play devil's advocate, but I like to think about the people who are sat there saying, okay, but my parents weren't encouraging me.
Yeah.
My friends don't believe in me. So what can I do? Because I know that self-belief is important. Yeah. And like you said, you don't know how to make people believe in themselves. In that way, you try it with your students.
Yeah.
For those people who that relates to what I've just said, you've got to put the work in to start to believe in yourself. Read the books, listen to the podcast, identify the limiting beliefs. So I just want to give them some advice for what to do, because I do know how to make people believe in themselves. It's part of my job, and I'm so fucking honoured that I get to do that side of things. But it's about identifying the limiting beliefs as to what they are, how do they show up, what do they sound like for you, what's the voice in your head telling you, is it something that somebody said to you when you was younger? Just identify that. Get really clear on what that sounds like, what it looks like. And then actually step into that as your adult self, as this adult version of you, and ask yourself, is this true? Yeah. Is this actually true? Because I've done this work with so many people now, and they'll say, my mum and dad told me I'd never amount to anything when I was younger. And I was like, okay, cool. How old was you when they said that? That's fine. Let's have a look at you now. What did your business do last month? I did 7K. Okay, so have you not already proved that that's not true? And they're like, yeah. And honestly, that simple shift sometimes. People just go, oh my fucking God, you're right. And it's like a light bulb moment. It's not always as easy as that. Sometimes people need to do a little bit deeper rooted stuff, a little bit of trauma healing, whatever. But I just wanted to really help the people that are listening that might be saying, but Paige, I haven't got the supportive parents, I haven't got this. And that's still not a reason for you to not show up for yourself and believe in yourself, because like you've said, Paige, you will do what needs to be done. Like, you'll always move forward. You'll say yes to opportunities. You know the risks involved in your job, not just on the people that you're doing treatments for, but you might have a student where something goes wrong. And I know probably 100%. Looking at you will take that on as your problem because it's your student and because you care. Yeah. But what the fuck is life if you're not taking risks?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And you have just got to look at where you are today. A lot of people don't look at how far they've come, and I don't actually look how far I've come at all, because to me, I'm nowhere near my dream or my goal. My goal, everyone would think, is absolutely ridiculous, but to me, it's achievable. So do everything you can. And I do see a lot of people that don't believe in themselves, but it's only because they are putting up a barrier. And they're not letting themselves be true to themselves, because they're in this industry because they enjoy doing it. No one's in this industry because they don't enjoy it. So if you enjoy something, naturally you become good at what you do, because you're naturally putting in effort to be good because you're enjoying it. So it's just endless what you can do as long as you keep going. You just got to keep trying, and you're going to fall down 10 steps, get up 20. Yeah. Let's do it, girls.
I love that. I will say this as well. I think a lot of people have joined this industry with pound signs in their eyes and thought it would be an easier ride than it is. I don't think building a beauty business, a client base for hairdressing, an aesthetic business, I don't think it's easy. I really don't. If anything, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I think people look at aesthetic practitioners, like maybe people look at yourself and they're like, she's got it all, I want that. And they sign up to this course and they do it and then they come away and they go, oh, fuck. And then they think, it's an easy journey. And there are some people out there that are not putting the work in. They're not doing the A&P courses. They're not looking online at what other people are like looking into or reading the books or investing in the mini courses or even in the bigger courses. And they're sat there going, why isn't it working for me? Well, it's not working for you because you're not working for it. Exactly. How important do you think investing personal growth and like investing in knowledge is, and how much do you think that those things have an impact on business results?
Knowledge is power. Like, there is nothing that's coming. Everything comes from knowledge. You can take over the world with knowledge. So that's the biggest advice, is knowledge is power. So never stop learning. But if you don't put in the time, you aren't going to achieve anything. And it's plain and simple. I work my ass off every single day, but I love it. So to me, it doesn't feel like I'm working my ass off because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But I wouldn't say, for instance, I went away last night to come here. I still advertise to say that I'm coming here for an exciting event. Like, it's an exciting opportunity. I get my followers to invest in what they're seeing. So it's not just a break and I forget my social media for a day. It's a break where I get my social media interested in what I'm going to do in the future. So you've always got to think ahead and you've always got to not let it go to sleep. Like at Christmas Day, I'm guaranteed to still get a message on Christmas Day. I don't put my diary to sleep on Christmas Day. I like to inform all my followers, Merry Christmas. Some people wouldn't do that. They think, oh, it's a day off, I don't want to. But I do. I like that. They're part of me. They're part of my family, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, my followers, all my clients, I'm so grateful for them, because I wouldn't be here today doing this if it wasn't for them. And I absolutely adore them. And I think if you adore your clients and your followers, they give back to you. So client appreciation and everything is key within this industry. The more you give, the more you get back. And that's the same with life. The more you give within your work, the more you will get back from work. The more you give with your family, the more you'll get back from your family. And it's an ongoing cycle. So you've got to give everything to get something back. So that's what I believe in.
I really believe in that too.
Yeah.
I believe as well, when you're truly passionate, this is a lot easier. So for some people who are listening to this now, oh my God, there's so many people listening to this that are passionate as fuck. Like, they love lashes, they love nails, they love aesthetics, they love hair, they love that stuff. And for them, it's a case of, if they're not seeing the results that they want, it's most probably either an alignment issue or a not taking enough action issue. But there are people out there that see a meal for a pound sign, or they see a set of lashes and a pound sign. So for them people, it's not as internally motivating for them to go and read the books, invest in the courses, put the stuff on social media, because maybe they're just in the wrong thing. But I suppose that's something that they need to look at. What I'm trying to say is, business becomes easy when you truly fucking love what you do.
100%.
So easy. I'm exactly the same as you.
I don't work a day in my life. Like, this doesn't work for me.
It's a blessing. This is an actual blessing.
Like, I'm absolutely loving every moment of it. Like, this is a dream.
Yeah.
And every day, I always think to myself, I am probably living someone's dream. So appreciate everything that you have, not everything you don't have. Because things come, things go. But appreciate everything you have now. Because,
I love that. Let's talk about so the hairdressing, we've kind of skipped over that. And I don't think we need to probably spend too much time there, because it was kind of where you started in the industry.
Yeah.
You built it up. You got this kind of little bit of, I'd say, a nudge or an inkling to go and look into this whole Botox thing. You looked into it, you got really interested in it, and you decided, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
At the right time, in my opinion, because I believe in the right timing for everything, because then you was given this nugget of, oh, this is interesting, just before lockdown. You trained in it, and then you had all this time to go and like
study,
yeah,
because you can't learn aesthetics within one day.
No.
It is a long journey, and you have to put the time and effort into it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I was blessed with that year that I could study my ass off, and now I know the ins and outs of anything, but I still learn every single day. And I think, oh, that's a good little tip. That's a good little trick. I love it all.
Yeah.
I'm just so passionate about it. And I think if you've got an eye for detail, you see different things and you spot different things that you think, oh, that would work. And then you put it all together and make your own sort of unique little piece.
Yeah, it's your magic, isn't it, in the world?
Yeah.
So what have been some of the highs and lows for you? Let's go with some of the lows, okay? So although you might not have let them put you into a coffin and cry your eyes out for days and days, like you've come into this industry as a non-medic. You know, have you experienced any lows from that perspective, or did you have any lows when your clients found out that you wasn't going to be doing hairdressing anymore? What are some challenges that you've faced that have like made you really sit and go, oh, this is difficult?
The thing I find the most difficult with the non-medic thing is people's opinion. I find that really difficult. Like, I don't have time to have an opinion about something if someone's a medic or a non-medic. Like, how do you have time to even slate someone? Like, I don't have time for that. I would never in a million years dream of putting up a post on my social media that's aimed or bringing someone else down.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If I see something that's unethical, which lots of people see unethical things, there's one going around right now.
The car, the back of the car.
Exactly, yes, everyone knows. I would not in a million years put that on my social media because one, why would you want to give it the attention?
It's not the vibe, is it?
Yeah. Two, it's non-ethical. Why would you even pay any attention to it? Three, what positivity is that going to bring to your page? Like, that is just going to bring negative people and negative input into your social media. Let's change things, make everything positive. Like, if you want to succeed in an industry, why do you feel the need to bring anyone else down? Because you shouldn't. You should be believing and making everyone feel positive, uplifting. I just don't see how anyone's got the effort to share things like that. Like, it's just mind-blowing. I wouldn't even give it the time or day. Like, I just swipe past. I don't even read what anyone says. I just think, oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. And I think, like, what is the point? Like, it's just negative.
Yeah.
The world is already negative. What's the point in inputting more negativity when you can be positive? Like, I just don't understand that mindset of things. I'm just always positive. And if I feel negative, I always think, okay, well, what am I positive about? And that's what I will work towards. And that's also a thing with believing in yourself. If you're not believing in yourself, you need to look at why you're not believing in yourself and start following why you should believe in yourself. Because you need to push towards positivity. Because if you've got a negative mindset, you'll have a negative life. If you believe that you got bad luck all the time, you will get bad luck all the time. Whatever you manifest is what you will get. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that I'm positive all the time for a reason because I want to keep pushing forward. So it's two different mindsets, and that's what you've got to push towards, whichever mindset you want to be. If you want to go down that negative doom, and there's a lot of doom on social media. Like, I could go on social media and get depressed within 10 minutes. But would I ever let that happen? No, because it's not my mindset. I look at all the positives and I think, oh, look at all them people supporting me. I love them all. And that is how I'm like. Say, for instance, on TikTok at the moment, I put up a post and my gosh, it's getting slammed. And I think, oh, babe, you ain't going to get a reaction out of me because it's just something that I don't even bat an eyelid at. And like, I won't even read through the comments. My mum, on the other hand, she gets fuming. So when she watches this, she'll be like, yeah, I get fuming. But to me, like, she says, how do you not get annoyed? And I'm like, they're just beneath me. Like, I just don't even pay any attention whatsoever to a negative comment. Like, fall on them for having to sit on a laptop or whatever they're doing, putting a negative comment when I'm here out doing what I'm doing, which is positive. I would never in a million years write anything negative on someone else's social media about appearance, what they do, anything. I would never do that. And I think it says more about you. Like, I just never would do that. I don't understand it.
What I really hear from you as well there, Paige, is what I translate all of that to summarise for some people as well is I protect my energy.
Yeah.
I protect my energy at all costs. If I look at something and it makes me feel of anything less than positive, I'm not available for it. And that's why you're winning.
Yeah.
Because your positive momentum is so strong in the right direction, because as soon as anything comes in that's like, oh, she said this or they're doing this, and you just go, no, I am not available.
Yeah.
And that is a fucking skill. So congratulations for nailing that.
Thanks, babe.
Because it is a skill, and it's something
you
that
have to
you
do
have
it.
to do it.
Because why would you want to bring any negativity into your business? That's the main thing. It's like you can have negativity around your personality or the person you are, but why would you want to bring that into your business? Like, your business is a professional platform.
Yes.
Like, people invest in you, not your skill. I really truly believe people come to me for me, not because of my skill. Yeah, my skill is good, but every day I'm still learning, and I'm still nowhere near the best I possibly can be, because
None of us are,
every day I'm still learning. And I put my all into it. So no matter what, if any clients come, any trainers come, I always say I put my everything into what I do. And there's no point that I would ever not do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
I love that feeling. Thank you. That was really good. What do you think it takes to stand out in the industry? Not just aesthetics, as a business in this kind of industry offering services. What do you think it takes to really stand out?
There's lots of different factors that make people stand out. One is your presence. So you have to be present online a lot. If you just keep coming in and out, people are not going to follow your journey. So you have to stay persistent. You have to stay on top of your game. Because if you zone out for a year, all those followers are going to zone out. It's a full-time job just staying present on social media. But if you enjoy what you do, you're present all the time, because it's not a job. You've got to find a niche, I think. If you're really dwelling into getting into how to succeed within beauty or whatever industry you're in, you need to find a niche to stand out from a very crowded industry. If you haven't got a niche, you need to find out what your niche is, and promote. So that's like, for me, my iconic lip, I loved doing lips. That was the thing that I enjoyed the most. So that would be my niche, because that's what I enjoy doing. So I picked that. And if I just said, I don't know, lip fillers with me, blah, 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 talked about what they are, it wouldn't stand out.
Everyone's doing that, is what you're saying, yeah.
You want to be different, because people are going to remember, like, I'm known for my iconic lip now, and iconic just come off the top of my brain, and I just like the word because it's unique, and I believe that I am unique. So that's why I thought, yeah, let's go with the iconic. And now I'm known worldwide for my iconic lip. All the way in America, everywhere is talking about it. And that's simply because I just put a word in front of what I do.
And believed in it.
And simple as that, yeah. And believed in myself, and believed that this skill could take over the world. And that's exactly what it's doing. But it's hard dedication. And I didn't just use the word iconic lip once. You'll see iconic lip throughout my whole page. It's all over my page, because the more you drum it into someone, the more they see it, the more they start believing in it, because that's all they see. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I believe in.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm thinking how other people would apply that to their businesses. Let's say for somebody, if they're doing nails or lashes, like, they're probably thinking, well, how can I make this stand out? It's like, you need to come out of what everybody else is doing and 100%. Do something slightly different, something slightly edgy. And that doesn't even have to particularly be in the application of whatever it is you're doing. It could be in your salon, it could be in your vibe, it could be, 100%. Like having a silent salon, or, you know, like, you know what I mean? There's so many different ways that you can stand out and be more present in the industry without having to reinvent the wheel. Because somebody who's doing lashes might say, well, you know, like, how am I going to do that? Well, actually, you can, because there's so many different ways that you can do lashes 100%. Where they can stand out, right? So there's different, and all you have to do is find your amazing ways of doing it and give them a bougie fucking name. That's it, done.
100%.
Job's done. Job is done. Like,
and keep persistent. Like,
and talk about
just keep doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's like being positive and believing in yourself. The more positive you are every single day, the more you'll start believing in yourself every single day. It's just an ongoing cycle.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is like in the aesthetics industry, because I'm in it, I suppose, I just think the amount of opportunities and the amount of support is absolutely endless.
Oh, it's unreal now
Like,
compared to 7 years ago when I
unbelievable.
joined it.
Yeah,
There was
unbelievable.
nothing.
Yeah.
And now there's so many practitioners who will help you. There's so many online
Yeah.
masterclasses you can do.
Yeah.
There's so many subscriptions you can join. Like
Yeah.
now more than ever, you can get really fucking good
Yeah.
without really even having to leave the house in some cases.
I know. Like my student that I taught 4 months ago, not 4 months ago, the other day, who's only been in the industry 4 months, she was phenomenal. And I was like, you need to watch this space with you, girl, because you are phenomenal. And she was like blown away that I said it. But she's only been in there 4 months in this industry. But she was passionate. I could tell by the moment she just sat down and listened to every single bit of detail that I went into, she took on board and she did it. If you put the time in to what you love, you can achieve anything, no matter how long you've been in the industry. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, well, I've only been in the industry 1 year. Like, I've only been in the industry 4 years. So it's not really that long compared to some people. And my aesthetics Instagram has been up for 4 years. And I'm like 64,000 organically grown followers, which is absolutely amazing. And it's only took 4 years. But when I was working for 1 year, I think I got like 1,000 followers and that was it. And I just think, look at the growth you can make. Literally happened to me overnight. And it was just from one post. So if you think, oh, this post isn't doing very well, girl, you get up and you do another post because you never know when that post is going to go viral because it's the most randomest things ever. And you need to learn what your followers love to see as well. But like, there's just so much endless opportunity because, yeah, for me, it changed overnight just from one post. And it's crazy to think that social media can grow overnight, but it can.
Yeah.
If you're passionate and you show up continuously, because obviously I had lots of stuff on there prior, then that got more interaction and people were like, oh, I need to look at this stuff and see what's going on. And it's amazing. The aesthetics industry is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
As long as we all stay positive.
And that's the difference, isn't it? Because the way you've just explained it and described it is completely different to how some people would. So some people would come in and go, it's saturated, there's so many people now, I've only been doing this for a year, and they're straight away on their back foot with all of the potential problems or negativity around it. You know, every industry is saturated. None of us are inventing the fucking wheel. You know, none of us are inventing things that are new. If you go, there's a million car sales garages in your local town. There's a million restaurants and, you know, like there's every industry is saturated. But I think when people come into this industry and they're like, it's saturated, what they're saying is, I don't believe in myself.
100%.
And it's like, why come in with that outlook on it?
It is crazy. But yeah, you have got to believe in yourself. Like, I'm one of flipping millions of practitioners, but I believe in myself and I believe that I'll push myself to the limit because I love what I do. And like I ask my students, what made you actually get into the aesthetics industry? And a lot of them have got really sad stories. And I say, you do it then. You go and push and do this for why you wanted to do it. Don't give up because you think it's saturated. You believe that you've got it and you make it what it can be, because your business is down to you at the end of the day. No one can make you do it. No one can make you succeed. It's down to you putting in effort, and nothing is given to you in life. You have to work for it. So if you're going to sit back and do one post a month, you aren't going to achieve anything. You have to put everything in to get everything back. So yeah.
Do you think some people come into the aesthetics industry and they're playing the short games, they're expecting results quick because it's like, oh, if I put this post out there, I'll get a client and I want to be fully booked, Do you think it would benefit aesthetic practitioners, anybody, more to come in and play the long game? So this is how can I show up to make this impact on my business over the coming years, rather than how can I show up this week to get 5 clients? You see what I'm saying? So
100%.
People want quick results. They want to post once and get clients, and it doesn't always work like that. Yeah, you can post once and get a client from it.
9 times out of 10, it won't work.
It won't, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, in terms of like mentality, do you think there's a lot of people out there that are playing a short-term game versus a long-term game and it's affecting them?
100%. You've got to remember, everyone starts from somewhere. I started with one client a day, and that's how I progressed. You can't just wake up tomorrow and think, I'm going to have 30 clients in tomorrow. It's just not realistic. I always worked with a steady pace. So I always liked to spread things out so that I felt busy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I first started out, I spreaded things out, one a day, and I thought, oh, this is good. I've got one client a day, and you feel like you're getting a little bit of pocket money every day, so you're not worried, and it's just ticking over. And then that one client a day ends up being 2 clients a day, because word of mouth works. And the more you show up, the more you get back. But yeah, you can't just wake up one day and think, right, I'm going to be a billionaire.
Yeah, I'm going to post today and I'm going to get clients. And then that afternoon you're like, no one's responded to my post. No one's booked an appointment. It's like, because that's not how it fucking works. Because if it was, everybody would be fully booked all the time. It takes time.
You've got to start somewhere. Like, I was a mobile hairdresser. Then I went to a small salon at home, and I'm still in a home salon and I absolutely love it. And I've just progressed and progressed and progressed. And you feel like you've achieved something. You don't want to wake up tomorrow and someone give you £1 million and say, here you go, you're set for life.
Yeah.
I would hate that. Like, I want to work for my life. I want to be proud of myself and be proud of what I've become because of the hard work. So when I retire early, I hope, I will think, God, I did all that, and then be proud of myself. Yeah. Because right now I don't think about anything that I've achieved, because I'm always achieving for the next thing. So I never look back and think, oh, I've done that, I've done this, I've done this.
Because you're so ambitious still.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to my very wild dream.
Okay, well, I definitely want to go into your very wild dream. I won't think it's wild for a second, so you're telling the right person.
That's because we're both very ambitious.
Is that it? Girl, come on, no. So what are some things that you do to keep clients returning to you, and what have you done from the get-go that's helped you to retain your client base? Because that's very important, isn't it?
So something that I believe in with my clients is that when they come to me, I treat them like my family. So I would treat them how I would like to be treated, and I basically worship the ground they walk on, because at the end of the day, they're your clients. They're trusting you, and I want to make them feel $1 million. I want them to walk away feeling the best they've felt in years. And some of the transformations I've done and seen someone be so sad to so uplifted so quickly is just absolutely the best feeling in the world. And at the end of the day, we're all in this industry because we like making other people feel nice, and we're probably the last people to make ourselves feel nice, and we're always the last people to have any treatments done. This has been a whole year and I can't wait to be toxed up. But you've got to appreciate them. So I do little clinics and I decorate the salon up, I give them little goodie bags, and that's my way of, and I do discounts for them. That's my way of giving back. And they keep returning all the time because they think, God, you make so much effort for all of us, and they all appreciate it. They love coming. And something that I really truly believe is that I remember my clients. I remember if they've got a dog, for instance, if they've got a child, and I say, how's your child, how's your dog, all the personal things, and they think, oh, my practitioner actually cares about me as well, not just she's another client, paying client, take the money, go. They do become part of me, and I appreciate my clients so much. They're just my family. And I always say they all come be part of my iconic family. That's what I say.
Oh, I love that. So you're caring for them, and your genuine gratitude for them.
Yeah.
And the things that you do for them makes them feel special, and they just keep coming back without any effort, really, from you, would you say? Because
no effort,
it is effort, but it's not effort because it's authentic.
I know, it's just, I just take everyone under my wing, and they just all come under my wing, under my little salon, and they all feel at home. And that's what I want. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. I want everyone to come and just some of my clients just turn up just because they're sad. And I think that's so nice. Like on Saturday, we done a clinic and my client couldn't afford to have anything done, but she just turned up with 2 little Easter bunnies for me and my assistant. Oh, sorry. I just thought that was the sweetest thing. She just sat there for 10 minutes and she was so sad at the start. And then at the end, we were just laughing our heads off. And I just thought, this is exactly what I love about my job, is that people can come and feel loved and feel at home, and that can just make someone's life feel so much better. And I've never had a sad day in my clinic ever. I've never been in clinic and cried over anything. It's always been so happy, everyone's laughing, everyone's loving. And yeah, like happy tears I've had, and it's just so nice.
I wish I could bottle up your mindset and energy and sell it, because I'd be fucking rich.
Maybe we need to start something.
I'm sure
get
we'll
a little fairy
figure
jars.
something out, some of your fairy jars. Because, you know, like, I love that for you, and I really love that for you. On the other side of that, I know for some people, they just don't quite have it, and they've had days where they've cried in their clinic, and, you know, they've been at the end of the day and they've just felt so overwhelmed or stressed, and they're not meeting the bill. So, you know, like, that is a result of the mindset and the optimism that you do daily. So you don't let things affect you in that way. And obviously your clinic is an amazing space for you, for your clients. You love it, genuinely passionate. And there's people out there that do struggle. But I suppose when you look at Paige and you see, you know, she's saying, like, I've never had a day where I felt like that. That is a result of the persistence that you have when it comes to your mindset and your self-belief. So if that's kind of, if you're listening and thinking, well, I want that, mirror what she's doing. I think
a lot of people, like you said, people worry about money. I've had £30,000 in my bank. I've had minus £3,000 in my bank. Like one day I was saying to my cleaner, she's like, oh, I'm so stressed about money. I said, babe, like yesterday I had 10 grand, today I've got 1p. It comes and goes. You can't sit there and dwell about it. And lots of people are in this industry, like you said at the start, because they think it's a quick bucks, but it's not. Like everything's expensive nowadays. Living in general is expensive and people struggle, but you've got to keep pushing forward. Like I've been 0p. And like I said, sometimes you've got nothing, but sometimes I've got everything. Not every day, every person has got everything. Even the richest man in the world, he might say, I've got £1 million, but one day he might have sold everything and he only got 10 grand. And to him, that would be nearly nothing. But to us, that would be a lot. But you have to not dwell on money. And that's why people come into this industry to get money. I don't look at this industry as a money maker. I look at it because I love what I do. So I think that's a big difference. And I think you've got to have other streams of money as well. If you're a business person, you need to look at other streams of money. If you are struggling, which is a lot of things that people struggle with. But I think money is mainly the reason why people are stressed. And I think if you try and forget money, you're a happier person. And you can't control money. You can push to get more money, yeah. But one day you might wake up and everyone might cancel on you. Quite a common thing. You get cancellations all over the joint. But the next day, you might wake up and you might get 5 bookings. And then that's made up for what you lost. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's so many times where I should have had an amazing day and it's ended up being pittance. And I think, wow, that was better be a good
wasn't
day.
the plan.
No. But you just can't rely on anything. Always expect nothing. That's the best thing. Expect nothing, achieve everything. And just never dwell on money. You've just got to just keep going. And I think that's why so many people get so sad. It's so sad to see. And like people say, oh, yeah, but it's easy for you because you get money all the time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm living proof. I've had lots of money. I've had no money. I've been at rock bottom, scraping my ass off, getting me pounds out of my little saving jar. And everyone can be there, like, but it can change overnight. You just have no control of your life. And I do believe every scenario happens for a reason. So if you've got 0p, that's because you are meant to have 0p. And that is something that I believe in. And that is just...
As in there's meant to be some form of action that you take from that place that's going to support you for the
100%.
Future and setting up.
And that is something that I believe in. Everything happens for a reason, and trust the process because that is what you've got to do, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, it is so sad when people get sad.
Yeah.
And I just think we've got to just try and just bat all negativity away. Because we ain't got time for it. We've got to be all happy and And life can change within minutes. Life's too short. Life can be over without you even realising. Like, it's crazy. Like, I lost my dad 2 years ago, and I think to myself, he was so young, and I just think to myself, life is really short. I know. So you can't keep dwelling on things that you have no control of. You have no control of money. Yeah, you can budget and you can spend wisely. Things happen unexpectedly. Like, my poor, beautiful car is, at the moment, it's got dead gearbox. And I think, oh, you little bee. But it's going to cost me thousands of pounds. It is what it is. I didn't budget for that. I didn't expect it to happen. And that's what I mean. You've got no control of things. But what you do have control of is how you look at that thing that's happened. So I could be crying at the fact that I've got no car, I've got no vehicle, and I could be dwelling, staying at home, not doing anything. But instead, I get up, I find a different car, I go about my work. It's been 3 weeks, and I just keep pushing. Like, you can't dwell on something that's negative that's happening. You have to keep pushing forward. That's what I just really strongly believe in. Yeah. There's so much stuff that goes wrong, but you've just got to put it to one side and think of all the good things. That's what I think.
How have you managed to carry on in business after losing your dad so soon as well? Like,
it was really sudden because he got motor neurone disease, which is an awful disease. It's terrible. But he always was so strong, resilient. He never actually thought he would ever die. Like, he sat basically nearly gone, and he didn't believe that he was going to die. Yeah. And that's the saddest thing. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, I hope that he's in a better place now and whatever. You've just got to think of all the positives. And I believe that he's guiding me somewhere. And that's what you just got to stay with. And it's horrible losing a parent, like, awful. And now I look after my mum, and it's just like, it's a lot of responsibility, but I made it push myself more. Does that make sense? So I made it...
You use the grief as a power
100%.
To keep moving forward,
Yeah. Because if I sat down and dwelled on it, then what's that actually going to achieve? Like, he won't want me to do that. He wants me to work. He wants me to be powerful. So why would I sit and cry and dwell all day when I know that he's still there with me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
So I still believe that he is there. And I got this little feather in my salon, and it's just there. No one knows about it. I don't talk about it. I don't push my grief on anyone else. Does that make sense? I'm very strong-willed with he's there, I know he's there, no one else needs to know anything. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I just believe that he's guiding me through life, and it was what was meant to be, and what will be will be. So I will prove him how successful I can be. So that's what always keeps pushing me in the back of my brain as well.
You're probably one of the strongest-willed people I think I've ever met. So
wow, you haven't met my daughter.
Yeah, she's going to be a little
She's going to be... Yeah, she's going to be wild.
Good.
But yeah, it's just... You've just got to stay strong, because life can be horrible, but you've just got to keep going. And just, like I said, believe in yourself. Yeah.
I love that.
Do you or your team want to train in a new and popular beauty treatment for as little as £99? Whether it's lashes, brows or facials, adding a new service can mean more clients and more money. With Beginner Beauty Courses UK, you can train for as little as £99, all from the comfort of your own home. Get instant access to their online accredited courses and train in treatments like lash lift and tint, classic lash extensions, beginner facials, massage, Russian lash extensions, and more. You'll get full support from your tutor, private WhatsApp chats, and lifetime access to easy to follow tutorials that you can rewatch over and over again. Click on the link in the show notes and train in a brand new in-demand beauty treatment today.
Let's take a little bit of a turn into social media, because one of the things that I see you do really well is your online presence, and not just your online presence in terms of your consistency and your content, but also what you do in your salon. So you just had Easter, you had all the balloons.
I know.
It looks so fucking bougie. I'm sure for Valentine's Day I've seen loads of red balloons and lips, like it's giving P. Louise. Do you know? Like every time there's like some sort of event, you really go in on it.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've always been interested in, like the glamorous side of it? Do you have to prep in advance for these things? Like, why do you make it such a big thing?
To give back to my clients, because I appreciate them so much, and I do enjoy decor, and I love things being bougie. Like, me and my clients have a bit of a laugh saying you're so bougie all the time, but like, why the hell not? Like, you only live once. So like, I've got a pink car. That was my dream. Before I hit 30, I wanted to have a pink car. And I've done that. And I think I bloody love my pink car.
No gearbox, but it's fucking pink.
Yeah, it's pink. And at least it stands out in the forecourt. And when I ring up, they say, oh yes, I know what car you're on about. But that was my dream.
Yeah.
And lots of people are like, oh my God, that's so hideous. It's so Katie Price, blah, blah, blah. But I absolutely love it. And why the hell not? Because you only live once, and pink's just like I believe it's my aura colour. I don't actually know what pink aura stands for. I have researched it before, but I can't remember. But I think it's like loving and passionate and stuff. But I just love pink. So I thought, why the hell not? And I just want to always... I don't know, I'm just bougie.
Yeah.
But I just would never change that. How far in advance
do you plan for these things in the clinic?
So I would say about 4 weeks. So maybe even longer, because as soon as, say for instance, Easter's just finished, I'm now planning for my next one.
Okay, what's the next one then?
It'll be we're going to do a May Bank holiday one.
Okay.
So we're going to do something about May Bank holiday. I'm not sure what yet.
But you know you're going to do something.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've already booked everything in. Everything's ready to go. And it's just figuring out a plan. But yeah, so I'm always planning one head forward. Does that make sense? So for instance, I don't know if you've seen that Easter egg trend on social media that was made by the ChatGPT that's going viral at the moment.
Oh, with the box thing?
Yes. So you know the boxes all went viral. And I done a little Easter egg that said Aesthetics by Paige Ranger on it with a few lips, and just asked ChatGPT to create it. And that just went viral straight away. And it's just little things like that stand out that then trend on. And I've seen hundreds and hundreds of practitioners do it, and it all stems on and makes you stand out. Does that make sense? So that's something that you've got to plan in advance, because I planned that 3 days before Easter. Does that make sense? So you've got it there prepped, and preparation is key within life, because if nothing's prepped and it's all unorganised, you're going to be a hectic mess inside, and then you'll get overwhelmed, like you were saying, and then everything will be stressful, which you don't need. Like today, if, say, for instance, my assistants come, she would have been panicking out her life that it said 20 past 10, but I got here at 10 past 10 and it started at 15:15. But I believed that I would get here in time. And I was like, no stress, I'll be there. And I'll be there on time, but I was. And it's just funny how little things like that, and you just can't stress about things. I just prep everything and just, and I don't over fuss. I think that's something that's come with time. I used to be super, super fussy, and everything had to be particular. With social media as well, I had to look perfect. I had to be all glam. I had to have my hair done. I had to wear a perfect outfit. But organic and a bit rough around the edges, people love. So like, if I had a balloon display and one balloon popped, some people it would be the end of the world. And to me, back in the day, it probably would have been the end of the world. But now I think, oh, it's just a balloon. I'll just cover it somehow. And I just work around it.
Yeah, you don't get caught up in the shit.
No, because we ain't got time for it.
No.
And it's the same with social media. Like, a lot of people say, oh, I got to get all glammed up to do a TikTok. Why do you? Like, I think just be you. Like, just be you. That's what people are invested in. And a lot of people that are influencers and stuff, they don't dress up, they don't have makeup, they're taking you on their raw journey throughout their lives.
Yeah.
Raw, organic content is the way forward. So don't beat yourself up about it. And like, one thing I say to my students and that are like, oh, I'm really scared to post. I don't want my face on social media. And I say, do your video, just you in one room. Don't watch it back. just do it and don't watch the thing back. I've never watched any of my videos back, and I won't ever go on my social media and watch them because, my gosh, it'd give me the ick. But that's what people love. And if I'm like not sure about a video, I'll send it to my colleague and I'm like, just check this video. And if it's naff, just say, yeah, don't post it. And if it's good, say, yeah, do post it. And 9 times out of 10, she says phenomenal. But to me, I would never watch it back because it'd give me the ick and I wouldn't post ever again. But that's something that you've just got to not have a barrier in front. You've just got to be you, be organic. People love you for you. And that's the best thing on social media. Just be you.
How do you manage your time with all this? Because so you've got your clinic, you're fully booked. You do your training for students.
Yeah.
You're a mum. You do these incredible salon setups for your clients. Like, how do you balance all of this? What's your structure when it comes to time? Or is it just start and don't stop?
No. Well, I still do hair.
No, I was going to ask that, but I didn't think I didn't think you would say yes to that.
But I only do it to my OG clients.
Okay, so the ones that are just like...
Yeah, my little fave clients, even though you shouldn't have faves, but in hair I do. So my OGs come back for their hair, so I still do that. And I do sell garden furniture as well.
Wow.
So I am a crazy lady, so very different lives and different things. And then I do my subscription, and then I've got my online training. But yeah, there's lots going on. And time-wise, there's not much time, but it's very structured in the fact drop off and pick up for my daughter is crucial. Like, I have to be out of the salon by 3 o'clock to go and get my daughter. If I'm teaching, if I'm training, anything, my assistant hates it, but I say this is a crucial part of my life that I have to be there because I am so busy. So she's like, oh yeah, but it feels rushy. And I'm like, but it's my life and that's crucial for me to be there for my daughter. So pick up and drop off, I'm always there. Coffee, I have to have a coffee before I start any type of work. So that is a crucial start of the day. So if I don't have my coffee, then don't talk to me. So I have to have my coffee. And I think it's all structure. So that's 3 things structured throughout the day that I have to do. And I enjoy doing. Structure is everything. And I've got to make sure the house is tidy before I leave because I'm probably OCD and everything's got to be tidy and prepped, because the last thing I want to do when I come home after a really long day at work is spend hours tidying. I won't let anything build up. So if something builds up in my house, I will feel sad about it. So I will make sure that I'm on top of everything. I can't let anything get out of control. And that's about being organised. Same within your business. If you are leaving your diary for 5 days, then that's unorganised chaos. Like, you are literally setting yourself up for so much work, so much overwhelm. But if you actually took 10 minutes out of your day and just done 5 messages, that would be cleared. And then the next day, it takes 10 minutes to do something. Like with my clinics, to prep everything, I organise it week in advance. So on the day, my lady that I hire comes in, she does it straight away. It's done and dusted. Like, there's no taking time and stressing over anything. Does that make sense? So I suppose organisation is key when you have such a crazy lifestyle, and structure is key. And just don't let anything build up. I think that's the best advice as well. Yeah. Because if you let things build up, then that's when chaos happens, unorganisedness happens, and it just turns all a bit crazy and overwhelming. And then, I don't really know how I juggle time, but I suppose I just juggle it in the structure that I have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, crazy life. Yeah. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And you're passionate about it. So.
Yeah, I know. So, like, I haven't had a day off work this year. But people will be like, what, not even a weekend? Because I do garden furniture on the weekend. And it's like, no. And they're like, what, you haven't been away for one night? Yeah, I've been away for one night, but I'm still on my phone working. Like, still things are being done, still things are being organised, still things are being promoted, still deliveries are being organised. There's lots of different things going on. So there's never a day which I switch off from work completely. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my work. And for some people, they'll be like, oh, don't you just want a week of nothing? But
that'd be your worst nightmare.
That would be my worst nightmare.
Yeah, I think for entrepreneurs and business owners, we've got something in us where it's like, I don't want to stop. What do you mean stop?
Because I said, about Big Brother. I said to my mum, I reckon it'd be quite good fun going in Big Brother. My mum was like, you would hate it. What would you do? Like, you wouldn't be working.
Yeah.
You would not know what to do with yourself. I was thinking, I'm sure I could think of something that I could do. We'd have to find working structure within the Big Brother house. But it's like things like that. And I think to myself, yeah, actually, I would hate that because I love work. But then it's not work to me.
Yeah.
Because I love what I do. So it's my passion. So actually I'm doing my dream. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Tell me about your dreams and goals then, because you were saying earlier about some goals you've got. Like, what are your future goals for your aesthetics business and your training academy?
So I say that I've got goals and dreams, but I suppose my dreams and goals are just to be happy.
Yeah.
Basically. There isn't anything like, yeah, I wanted a pink car, but I didn't say what pink car. I could have had a pink Peugeot or something, anything like that. There was nothing that I set my goals on. Like a lot of people say, I want a Ferrari, I want a Lamborghini, like materialistic things.
Yeah.
I don't want anything materialistic. They just come from what I like, and I just choose to go with what I like. Does that make sense? So like my goals and my dreams aren't really specific things. My goals and dreams are just to be happy and live the life I love. And currently that is what I'm doing. So there is no massive goal. And like, yeah, it's a very difficult thing because I know a lot of people say like, I've got a dream car, dream house, dream this, dream that. But I don't have any of that. I'm just going for whatever comes in my way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Quite unique, I don't know.
Everybody's goals are different.
Yeah, so
Everybody's
I don't
got a
actually have
different
like
version.
a goal. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, life will take me where it's meant to go. That's what I feel. So what will happen, and what will be, will be.
I love that you focus on your happiness though, first and
Yeah.
foremost. It's like, am I happy? Am I fulfilled?
Yeah.
And if the answer's yes, then I'm winning, and I'll go wherever it takes me. Like it's a
Yeah.
nice, you clearly have satisfaction in
Yeah.
life, in business, in
Yeah.
all the areas that you've got going off. And I think ultimately that's the most important thing, because if you said to me like, there's some things you've said, I'm like, oh, but you like, I work every day. I'm like, oh, I've not had a break. I'm like, oh my God, money's drip all leave. I'm like, oh my God. But these things are like, obviously everybody's got their own interpretation of them, but you're not burnt out.
No.
And if you was burnt out, maybe you'd consider taking some time off work. Like you're
Yeah,
not,
maybe.
you're not sat thinking, oh, I'm not present as a mom, or I can't
No.
do this. Like you're genuinely happy.
Yeah. I just,
That's the ultimate fucking goal, babe.
100%. And
Happy, rich and skinny for me, but you know.
Oh, but I just don't know. It's just, yeah, you've just got to be happy with whatever you do, whatever you want to do. Like, some of the happiest people I've ever met in my life have nothing. So what is someone's happiness is not another person's happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't try and
Everyone's
be
different.
someone that you're not. Always be you. Like, that's the biggest thing, I believe. I just want to be me. And I say to my assistant, if I ever get like this, and there's some things that I don't like, I say, please tell me to pack it in. And I'm like, there's just a fine line. I never want to be something that I'm not. And I always want to be grounded. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. I don't want to get too big for my boots. I don't want to think, oh, her shit don't stink. Like, that's not me. And a lot of people think that because they look at the materialistic things I have.
Yeah.
So I suppose I don't dream of the materialistic things because I want to stay grounded. And that's something that's really big for me. And a lot of people that don't know me, they'll probably think, oh, she walks around like a shit don't stink. But in fact, I work my ass off and I'm just enjoying life and I'm doing things that I love and I'm getting the things that I love.
And you're having fun.
And I'm having fun, yeah. And like, I don't go out drinking or nothing because that's not my type of fun. I'm not a party girl because that's not my type of fun. I'd rather be working. I'm very boring. Like,
But it's your fun.
yeah, I love working. And everyone's like, oh my God, wouldn't you like to just go out and party? And I'm like, no, I couldn't think of anything worse. And I'm not actually that sociable, which sounds ridiculous.
No, I get that.
But I love being in my own environment. I love being in my own clinic. Like, I just love being in my own little bubble where I bat all negativity away and just stay positive, in my pink salon or in my pink car. And I can't wait to get my pink car back. And I might just have a mini party inside of it by myself.
I love that. Paige, you've been an incredible guest. Before we go though, can you tell me more about your training, your in-person training, and what you offer aesthetic practitioners out there?
Okay, so... I do so much. So I offer in-house training courses for all levels. And a lot of my students, they want to become amazing at lips because a lot of people love lips and a lot of people want that to be their niche. And you don't have to be naturally in the industry doing lips for years to come and take the course. Like I said, this girl that come to me this week who had been in the industry for 4 months was actually one of the best students I've ever had who I've taught the iconic lip to. And that just goes to show you don't have to be in the industry for years to take my course because I take you from the root. I don't just teach you my skill, I teach you everything within the lip. I dwell into every part of the lip and every little trick and tip that you need to know to create amazing results. And I always say to every student that comes, you may come and take my course and you may not like what I do to the lips. You may think, actually, I think that looks a bit over the top. Actually, I wouldn't do that. But you'll love other parts. And if you take the parts that you love home with you and then add your own bits to it, you then create something unique. And that's exactly what I did with my own lip. My iconic lip, I took things from different practitioners, different things that I seen, different things that I trialed myself, and I put something unique together. So I always say to them, aesthetics is art. It's the eye of the beauty, and you can take it where you want it to go. So never doubt yourself going on a training course because I've seen that quite a lot recently and people think they're not good enough. But actually, anyone can be good. If you are willing to put the effort and time into what you are doing, you can do it.
Yeah. And where's your salon based?
So we're based in Wiltshire, which is near Bath.
Okay,
so
cool.
a lot of people know where Bath is. So we're about 20 minutes from Bath.
Okay.
So yeah.
Come and do in-house training. And is that one-to-one, one-to-group or?
One-to-one.
One-to-one usually.
So I like doing one-to-one. It's really intense. And the one thing that I really strive in is that you get a minimum of 8 models.
Wow.
So it's a lot of hands-on work.
Yeah.
And it's intense. A lot of my students get to about 7 clients and they are knackered. But
you really want to
it's
get
muscle
it in.
memory. They have to remember what they are doing. And yeah, so that's why I love training. It's the amount of models. But if I didn't worship the ground my clients walk on, I wouldn't have all their models to give to my students. So you've always got to be pulling things from different strings to pull everything together. So yeah, I always try and make them feel loved. They get flowers, they get goodie bags, all personalised. And I just give my all to my students. And it doesn't just stop when you walk out. It's ongoing support. I try and help my students so much. And if that's with social media, if that's with getting the right picture, getting the skill, like some of them still struggle a little bit and they send me videos and I say, right, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. And I analyse them even when they're not in training. So I'm always there to help and they've all got my numbers. So if anything goes wrong, they know where I am. And yeah, I'm always there to support them. And I absolutely love teaching because I just love seeing people flourish.
Yeah.
And I just believe in everyone. If they believe in themselves, they can do anything. And I always try and make them believe in themselves. So like some people come and they say, oh, it's like therapy coming to your training. But I just want them to really do well.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I love is seeing other people succeed.
How will people book in with you for this training? Is this
they simply message
your Instagram?
Yeah,
what's your
simply
Instagram
message.
and your website? Do you have a website?
So it's Aesthetics by Paige Ranger
which
on
we'll
Instagram.
tag in the show notes for everybody so they can find you.
My online training, which I am currently progressing as well because there's only a couple of things on there at the moment, but we are progressing it as we speak. And that is aestheticsbypaigeranger.com.
I love.
So yeah.
So somebody lives further away from you and they can't.
Yeah.
I've flown to go and do like courses, seminars and things like that. So for me, I think online training is incredible and there's a huge place for it. I also think For example, I had somebody say to me, oh, I can't come to your event because I live 90 minutes away. I'm like, 90 minutes? I'd walk 90 minutes to invest. Not in my event, but
that's
in,
the same that happens to us.
Yeah.
I
and
say,
it's
babe, we
like,
got people coming from America for this course.
Exactly. So, like, to actually get in and have that hands-on experience of 8 models would just be so valuable. But like you say, you do this online too, so they can look at your online courses
100%.
as well.
Yeah. But always believe, like, I've learned a lot online.
So much.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's
so
so
much
much you can
value in
learn.
it.
Yeah. But it depends what type of learner you are.
Yeah. And the energy is different because I know with my
100%.
live events, I can do so much online, but then when somebody comes to my live event, the energy in the room, and same with you, when somebody comes and they're with you in person, your energy, how you're showing them, it's so different.
100%.
Both are equally valuable.
Yeah.
The energy is slightly different in each.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just developing what you love to do as well. Like, I like to learn online personally because I'm a visual learner.
Okay.
Some people are practical learners, so you need to learn what's best for you as well. And and never stop investing in yourself, because that's the biggest thing that you can do in life.
Oh, you're great. Paige, you've been amazing, as I
tried.
knew you would be. I really just want to say on behalf of me and everybody listening and watching this as well, like, thank you so much. You've been an incredible guest.
Oh, thank you for having me. I've absolutely loved it. And I hope everyone watching this loves it too.
I'm sure they will be. Thank you.
Thank you.